Audiences first fell in love with Frankie Rodriguez in 2019 when he starred on the hit Disney Plus series High School Musical, the series. Little did he know that playing the role of Carlos Rodriguez would make TV history. Hey Frankie, good to see you.
Hi, nice to see you.
I did my nails for you today because I know
And
it's
they
important.
look amazing. They look great.
One of these days, we'll do it together because I did mine in about 5 minutes and you, I think, take an hour to do yours.
It's like a Zen process. It's like a nice, relaxing thing to do for myself. So, and I prefer to do them myself than to go get them done. But they look great.
So you are playing Carlos Rodriguez in High School, the series. When a role like that comes along, and it's a role at Disney nonetheless, how do you approach that as a young actor kind of breaking into the business? Were you cautious at first to kind of really go all in? And did you need encouragement? Or were you, like, when you read it, went, I know how to do this?
Not at all. I was not nervous or scared at all. I think it came at the perfect time in my life when I was so ready for it. And I remember when I got the audition breakdown, I read the breakdown and I was like, oh, I can do this. And it's so rare that those characters come along where you kind of feel like, they are a part of you.
At what point did you realize how special that character was, not just for you, but culturally on a whole?
I think since the very beginning, we knew right away that he was going to be an openly gay character, and we weren't going to really say much what happened before that. And so I feel like that was so new. I mean, that was only 4 or 5 years ago, but at that time, it was still the scope of what we were putting on children's television was still very different. So we knew right away that it was going to be something very special and that we wanted to, create a safe space for that type of audience.
And then just breaking boundaries really on a whole as a Disney show with the first gay kiss and all of that kind of stuff. You've been at front and center for these groundbreaking moments in a company that has been known traditionally as very family values. And thankfully, they're embracing modern family values, right? What's that like to be a part of all of that kind of history, I guess?
It's exciting. Sometimes I question, like, how did I get here? Why is it me? But I think in a way, I feel like it should be me. I grew up such a Disney kid, and it shaped so much of who I am as a performer and why I love performing. It kind of felt like a full circle moment of, your life, like everything that you've loved and that you've worked so hard for. And now there's a payoff, and, it's not just a payoff for myself, but for other people to watch and identify and see the show or feel a little safer or a little more encouragement. Some of my favorite messages that I get from sometimes parents or sometimes kids are saying things like, your character helped me come out to my family, or your character helped me, try a new fashion or audition for the school musical. And those were things that, you don't think about when you're filming those things, but once you see the response and how positive it is, you kind of start to feel like, oh, people have been missing this. Like, how exciting.
What's your message to young queer kids out there who are still hiding in the closet, frightened because of everything that's going on, especially in this country, especially this year with just all that constant hate that seems to be being spewed towards us?
It gets better. It really does. And I grew up in a very small town, not much of a community there for myself in many different aspects, but just know that there are people out there that are willing to embrace who you are and to celebrate who you are, and will also give you the space to figure out who you are. So it really does get better.
Well, we appreciate you, celebrating you. We love you and all the great work you do. Thank you for over the years giving me tips on my nails. One of these days I'll get it right.
They look great. They really do.
That's because I'm a long way away from you. Trust me. If you were up close, you'd be like, maybe less caffeine so you've got a steady hand next time. Frankie Rodriguez, thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you so much. So nice to see you.
I got to put in some work on perfecting my nail polish game.